Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of The Successful Woman's Mindset. My name is Galit Ventura Rosen. I am co-founder of Everyday Woman TV and a business coach. One of my favorite things in the world to do is share and spotlight other women in the world that are doing what they love and really making a difference. Today, I am excited to share with you Gemma. So Gemma Serenity Gorokhoff, welcome.
Thank you so much, Galit. It is such an inspiration to be with everyday women, meaning real women, like people who experience life and who do the best out of
I
it, who makes the
appreciate
best.
that. Thank you. All right. So first of all, you have to tell us where you live.
Yes, okay. I live in Los Angeles, originally from Switzerland, the French-speaking part. So this is a little accent that you hear.
I love that. That's so beautiful. Us Americans love accents
I
because
know.
this is so beautiful. How long have you been in LA?
Since 2014, so about eight years.
Beautiful. One of the places I want to visit is Switzerland.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
I'm going to put it on my list. This summer, we're doing a big trip to Ireland, Scotland, and London, my first time.
Awesome. You're going to have such a good time.
Yes,
and it is really another landscape, other flavors, other smells, other things to look at, and other culture.
That's what I'm most excited about because living on the West Coast, we're a little bit newer than the East Coast, so we don't have as much of that. One of the things I want to do real quick is share a little bit more about you. I know it's not going to do justice with everything you've done, but let's just share a little bit about you and then we'll jump right into your topic. I'm very excited to be talking today from victim to victory, the shift, which I think is such a great topic. And we're going to talk about that in a second.
All right. Let's do
it. So Gemma Serenity is a strong and powerful woman, victorious over 15 years of domestic violence. You have personal experience in this area. And you put in the bio because you wanted me to share, beaten, put down, and raped. Mm-hmm. She is an award-winning transformational life specialist, a podcast host, a published author, and an entrepreneur. You've obviously been in many publications and on so many podcasts and TV shows and summits. And your mission is to break the silence around abusive and toxic relationships and to inspire hope for a better future for those still living in those unfortunate situations. And I'm thankful that we have women like you that are survivors and that have the want to share your story with others. So first of all, thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you to you. I think it is overdue now. We have to break the silence. We have to say things as they were, to share what shifted us, and to share that life is good after. And why do I say that? First of all, domestic violence, no gender, no economic status, no nationality, no country, no nothing. It may potentially happen to all of us. We can all fall victim to a narcissistic or some other behavioral disorder.
I completely agree.
We can all fall victim to that. And recognizing that we have fallen victim to that dream of one moment and then coming back and saying, oops, I did wrong, but I promised. What do I do? And then it's like, ooh, and then you go into denial, say, you know what, it's okay, I give him another chance, I give him another chance, I give him another chance. And there is a time you have to say, stop. That stop is the shift. When everything in your mind shift and you start to think, it's not okay. I meant to do something bigger, better, greater. I am meant to live another life. This is not right, and I will stop putting up with it.
Amen. Can I do an amen there?
Yes.
I felt like I needed to do an amen. That's something I typically do, but that was so powerful. It gave me goosebumps and chills. And I love the way that you put that stop. And I want us to you've already jumped in, and I want us to continue with this topic of from victim to victory, the shift, because you already mentioned when that shift is. let's back it up just a little bit.
Yes.
I know that this topic came about because of a book, if I'm correct, right?
Yes.
I know you have the book. If you want to share everybody, you can.
Yeah. So this is okay. You can see.
Yeah, we can see it perfectly.
Perfect. Okay. From Victim to Victory book series. So Sasha is my third, last, and dream husband.
Wow.
All right. You can see him here, and you can also see him at birth here. He was born highly disabled. And the first diagnosis was dead by the age of 7, paralyzed from the waist down, mentally challenged. That was the first prognosis at birth. So now you get your baby back, and the doctors are telling you, don't keep your hopes so high. He's not going to make it. And he's anyway going to be a burden and everything. And you're here, give me my baby healthy. And it doesn't work that way. On top of that specific health condition he was born with, he also had to deal with a unstable, mentally, I don't know if I can say sick or ill, whatever it is, borderline narcissistic behavior disorders mother. So not only you do not have the support of your mother, but your mother is doing everything to put you down. But on top of that, you have these health conditions that you're here. You doctors, out of my life. I don't want to hear prognosis of death. I want to live. I want to love. I want to enjoy. And he put in his head that he wants to go to the best universities and business schools. He did it. So that's so that's the whole first part of the book. The second part is the 4 core principles he used to overcome those seemingly impossible to overcome obstacles. So that is the book in a nutshell. What we are doing now, it is a book series because in his mind, in 2015, when he published the first, he had this gigantic book series in mind. And today, after 9 years of healing and transformation on my part, after 15 years of domestic violence, I started at age 17, I ended at age 34 with 2 marriages, one time 5 years, and then another 10 years with a little bit in between. So after all of that, I met Sasha. He helped me unfailingly heal. Wow. And all that healing and transformation now pays off because I cannot hold myself back anymore. I am empowered. I help others. I come on stage. I say my story. And now we are writing the next of the From Victim to Victory book series as co-author of Strong and Powerful Women just like me. Okay, you know what? Just tell your story. Just share with the world. Say how it was. Say how you shifted. Say how it is now and share your principles. How did you come up with a good life, especially when you did not have any hope?
Beautiful. Well, what could we share with those that are listening I want to do 2 things today. The first thing I want to do is share with those that might be in those relationships today. And we're not trying to give advice. We're just sharing experiences.
Yes.
Because everyone needs to make their own decisions. I know some people choose to stay and figure it out. Some people choose to leave. I'm not going to, I have to share with you, Gemma, I have a master's in marriage and family therapy.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah. So for a while I was practicing. I don't practice anymore. And I had a woman sit on my sofa that was being verbally abused.
Yes.
And she had 2 little kids and she left. He made her life hell when she left. So she went back. So she came to see me to be able to sustain staying. And that was her choice. And I will not knock whatever's choice is. But what we're talking about today, Gemma and I, is when the stop shows up and it's time to leave.
Yes.
So what can we give those in hope to maybe their mind is starting to say, I want to leave. I'm scared. I want to leave. What could we share with them first?
I'm going to give you the light bulb aha moment that came to me at the moment I was ready. First of all, I was ready to leave. First of all, I did not love him anymore. So that helps a lot also to make such a decision.
It really does. It really
does.
Yeah.
So very clear. Okay. And third, it was impossible. And when I say impossible, I really, really, really weigh my word. It was impossible to live during a fight. I tried. It does not work.
Mm-hmm.
I was out and about because I was working.
Mm-hmm.
So it was okay every day to leave by the door and do something else, meaning go to work and go grocery shopping and go put the trash out. Every day I leave by the door. And suddenly, hey, it's impossible to leave, but I may also not come back.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Uh-oh. Actually, I'm already outside. Why would I make my life hell by going back and not staying away?
Yeah.
And what I did at that moment in time, I was taking the public transportation. So I passed in front of the house. I do not go out of the public transportation. I look at the house and I say, all right, life is over. What do I do? Police report. Because there was also hitting and everything on top of immense verbal and emotional abuse every single day, almost. So I went to the police, I reported. It was not that easy. I had a relapse that same day and that same night. I was so done that I said, okay, if I cannot leave, I'm going to commit suicide and that's it. God had another plan for me because my real intention was to rid myself from emotional pain. My real intention was not to die per se in itself, but to rid myself from emotional suffering. So I did not tell that to anyone, knowing that if you would say to anyone that you plan to commit suicide, everybody is going to talk you out of it. So I did not say anybody because I didn't want to be talked out of it. I really wanted to rid myself from emotional pain. So God had to intervene himself. I heard a spiritual voice. Nobody was around me. I had prepared the window from the 10th floor. Radical, it works. And the voice tells me, of course you can jump. It's going to work. And then it becomes, but I'm going to give you the same life in worse. Is that really what you want? No, it's not what I want. What I want is rid myself from emotional sufferings. Okay, very good. Live by the door. So that what you really want can happen. So you don't really want to die, actually, right? Yeah, no. Okay, so live by the door. And when I left by the door, I remembered Sasha that I met less than 2 weeks before. Less than 2 weeks before. And his mother committed suicide from the 7th floor of the apartment building 2 days after we met. So it was a pretty amazing story.
Yeah.
Already, pretty heavy. And then I thought, hey, now he's alone. He doesn't have any mother anymore because she's dead. He has a couch, an apartment. Maybe I can figure it out 1 or 2 days on his couch. Maybe, I don't know. We were not in love at that time. We were just like new acquaintances. And I walked through the town for 2 hours because I was not feeling able to drive. And I did not take anything nor anyone with me. I left alone in the middle of the night. For real. And when I arrived to his house, I had to wait until he would wake up. And he helped me out. He connected me to hospital, to mental health services, to women's shelters, to all kinds of things, to put me in a safe environment where my now ex-husband would not find me, or at least could not bother me. Yes, he did. He did send me the most beautiful, gorgeous flower ever. And I was there. Yeah, very good. However, I don't love you anymore. It's over. It's over. I won't. And he made sure that a common friend who was a cop, a police officer, would bring it to me at the safe housing. It was like,
it was very well planned. So let's jump in real quick. So what I'm hearing is that you're sharing, what is it that you're sharing with women that are listening? I love your story and thank you so much for sharing it. But what is it that they can take away from? It's the stop, it's the door, it's the, you can leave because you leave every day.
Exactly. You stay out when you live normally. Oh, yeah. So, very
I love that.
precisely, you cannot live during a fight. It does not work because everybody is so worked up. It's such a crisis, and he's so much after you, and he's so angered, and so are you. And you
Yes,
are totally scared. So it's a worst time to live.
that makes
You have
sense.
you have to prepare
Prepare.
your to prepare and to
Perfect.
leave when everything is calm,
Oh, I love that. Okay.
so that
You-
nothing bad happens, and so that you have time to run away before he realizes, oh my gosh, she did not come back. What's happened? What?
So now let's
Yes,
take it to the second question I had. And then I'll make sure you share with everybody how they can get in touch with you and how you
yes,
help others.
thank you.
Now you left. Now somebody else left. And now this is where so many people go back.
Yes, I know, and I really tried.
So many people go
I
back.
know, I know.
What can we share with those that have now left so they can have the kind of support and everything around them so they can choose what's healthier for them, which possibly could be not to go back?
Okay, he will never change. He will never change. He will sell you that he did change. My ex-husband is blind. He sold me that he would recover the vision, in the sight, so that he could see my beauty. He told me that. But I mean, for over 10 years, he never did anything about that. Why suddenly, to try to get me back in, he would say, no, I'm going to see. No, he or she or they, we know how it is. It does not, violence doesn't know any gender. So your significant other, former, will never change. When you have that in mind, you stop going back where it hurts, even though you promised, even though they are calling you names, even though you have this responsibility. No, you don't. You decline it. You let it go. You let it be. And you look for other strong and powerful women who made it alive on the other side, to the good life, to the great life, to a purposeful life, something so much greater, so that you are part of something so much greater than yourself.
Beautiful, beautiful.
That's my advice for
I
those
love that. I
who
love that
think
you
about going
shared.
back.
Yes. So we were able to give two scenarios. I'm still there, but I'm ready, or I've left and now how do I find the hope and the strength not to go back? I don't know the percentage. Do you know the Gemma, the percentage of women that go back or people that go back to
My
abuse?
perception, and it's not science-based, but my
Yeah.
perception, 60 to 70%
And
go
I
back.
think you might be right factually too, because it's a large number.
Mm.
We'll have to look that up because I know it's a large number. It's very, very common. And then there are those that sustain and they stay and they just figure it out until they can.
Until dying day.
It's scary. It's so scary.
How of a purposeful life can you live when you are put down every single day?
Very challenging. And I couldn't even imagine. And I hate the thought that there are so many people out there, women and men, that
Every
have
single
to deal with
day.
this every single day. So thank you for the book,
Absolutely.
for sharing your story, for putting yourself out there, because it was not a pleasant situation for you. And who wants to share unpleasant situations, but you choose to help others. What
Yes.
I would love for you to share as we wrap up is, what do you do as an individual to help others? Because that's part of what you do.
Yes, definitely. I host the Real Talk, Real Women podcast,
Yeah.
where I interview strong and powerful women victorious over their own abusive and toxic relationship and who are now helping and inspiring others on their healing and thriving journey.
Yes.
So that is one thing. You can go on Spotify, on my website already. And I think there is Teacher and other places where you can listen to the podcast. Real Talk, Real Women with Gemma Serenity. And the topic is breaking the silence around abuse.
Okay.
So that is
You're giving a
essential.
voice.
Yes.
And you're sharing the stories.
Yes.
And that is absolutely a way that you could help. So I love that. So everybody make sure you take a listen and reach out to Gemma if you need to learn more about what she does, learn more about her podcast. And Gemma, thank you so much for being a part of this. What I would love for you to end with is, where can people get a hold of you? How can they find you?
GemmaSerenity.com.
Beautiful.
Very simple.
Just
Gemma,
like at the bottom.
exactly. You take my
over. Gemma, whoop, I got to do my little arrow the right way. It's always Gemma Serenity right there.
Yes, GemmaSerenity.com.
And if you're listening, Gemma Serenity, it will be, her name will be shared in the podcast details, GemmaSerenity.com. So that way you guys can learn more. You can reach out. Make sure to grab the book, From Victim to Victory, right? The Chef.
Yes,
That's the name of the book. We'd love to support you and your husband. And thank you for taking the time to share your powerful stories and everything that you do to make the world a better place.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so honored to be here and so honored to meet you in person as well.
Excuse me. Thank you, Gemma. And thank you to everybody that took the time to listen and watch The Successful Woman's Mindset. My name is Galit Ventura Rosen, and we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Thank you.